And this is my final point. GQ magazine named out-of-work football player and social justice warrior Colin Kaepernick as Citizen of the Year. Last month, 4 American soldiers were killed in a firefight with ISIS. One hero soldier fought off a whole bunch of terrorists with one machine gun before he was captured, dragged away, and killed. But yeah, let's honor the yuppie quarterback who wore socks declaring all U.S. police officers to be pigs. That's a great message. Let's teach a new generation of little black boys to live in fear of a phantom Democratic talking point. That's right, it's a talking point. Fomenting violence and racial divide by lying. Yes, lying about police-involved shootings of unarmed black men. The hands up, don't shoot narrative is a lie. The hands up, don't shoot narrative is a lie.
After 7 months of investigations and protests, it turns out that hands up, don't shoot apparently never happened. Apparently never happened.
To question how such a strong alternative version of events was able to take hold so swiftly.
Outrage in Ferguson, Missouri after police shot and killed an unarmed teenager Saturday afternoon.
Say hands up, don't shoot.
You to know that our hearts,
Black Lives Matter.
Hands up, don't shoot.
Are out there marching with them.
His hands were up.
The hands up, don't shoot narrative is a lie.
A very public body of evidence.
When he turned and faced him and put his hands up.
Putting their hands up, don't shoot.
Where are all the white people who reach for guns? Hands up.
Amounts to an execution.
Hands up.
No justice, no peace.
Michael Brown was executed.
It looks like they might have killed another unarmed black teen. Don't shoot.
Michael Brown was shot and murdered.
Let people peacefully protest the murder.
What seems to me to be a cold-blooded murder.
Don't shoot. Hands up. Don't shoot. Hands up. Don't shoot.
Murder.
Hands Up, Don't Shoot became a rallying cry in protests across the country before most people realized that it wasn't true. That it wasn't true.
The St. Louis Rams think it's cool for them to suggest that St. Louis cops shoot young black men who have their hands up in the air when we know that that was a lie? It's a lie.
Washington Post writer Jonathan Capehart concluding this week that Hands Up, Don't Shoot is, quote, built on a lie.
Black Lives Matter.
Now, as protesters call for justice, some are phrasing it differently. Black Lives Matter.
Lying about police-involved shootings of unarmed black men. The hands up, don't shoot narrative is a lie. It's been debunked as a lie. If you'd like to read more about it for yourself, I invite you to please do so. Read the forensic analysis of the Michael Brown case. Read the judge's ruling on Darren Wilson. Educate yourself on what the video evidence actually tells us. Don't just mimic a millionaire athlete with a communist girlfriend who turns his back on our flag and disrespects our military because he's too lazy to open his mind and accept the truth. What message is GQ magazine sending with this honor? Do you want your kids to emulate the football player who praises the communist government in Cuba? Great healthcare, he says, great education. Well, then why do so many Cubans risk shark-infested waters to escape the Cuban regime? Seems like a pretty dumb thing to do to escape paradise. And while we're at it, how many Cubans are allowed to protest their government and live to see another day, let alone get their face plastered on the front of GQ magazine? Oh, that's right. That only happens in America because America is second to none in the world and any person can say any stupid thing he wants without fear of the government punishing him. Do you want your kids to emulate the football player who idolizes Che Guevara, the radical communist who executed innocent people for doing the same thing Kaepernick did, expressing their opinions? It seems funny to me that the man who made himself a household name criticizing our country idolizes the radical who killed people who criticized their country. Do you want your kids emulating the man who praised Assata Shakur, the cop killer who shot a New Jersey state trooper in cold blood, then escaped prison, then fled to Cuba? No, I think not. Funny how GQ never mentioned any of these things Kaepernick has done. J.J. Watt